So let's run the report. Awesome. So you sold out on February 14, right?
Oh, actually, I'm sold out on March of the 17th, I think, about, about here, about right here. But anything after that, mostly FBM or there's only a few orders from customer, one or two, not too much.
Don't worry. That's good. I'm happy to hear that. So for today's call, pretty much I'm really excited to have you here on today's call because I want to share with you the strategy about what you need to expect, how to set the realistic expectation, how to prepare, especially right now with a lot of like uncertainty when it's come to the trade war between US and China. But there's always workaround because I was in the similar situation in 2018-19 in the midst of tariff. There's always a workaround, and it's important for all of us here to be aware and don't use this as an excuse not to continue, because based on the number, you already making a profit, right? How much profit have you been making? Have you already made?
I think so far, based on the batch only, I think the profit about 1,200 or 1,300.
Awesome. And that's great. So that means now is you know how to make money. That's just the most important thing, and that is what we all here to make commitment to help you. And now you already learn how to make money. Just like when you learn how to drive, it's really come down to just focus on driving and focus on the journey, you know. So congratulations, bro. So let's talk about any question that you have so far from me after your first batch of products.
I think pretty much it's very clear. It's just like right now, like it's been more than my second batch already ready, but it hasn't shipped yet because of the tariff situation. So right now it's just waiting in thing. So I understand that once I got the goods in the Amazon warehouse again, everything will pretty much like reset from PPC to do everything.
Recording in progress.
But the only thing I think is positive with this, I'm trying to get more like review. Yeah, so it's just a little bit slowing down right now. And so much for the questions. Yeah, just about the tariff. I try to find a lot of way, like you suggested. Try to ask for the bonded warehouse, asking a supplier and my forwarder if there are any other options. But so far they don't say they don't have any answers for those.
So the important thing is the declared goods. When it's come to custom, it has to be under declare. So with the invoice, so make sure that you talk to your manufacturers and your shipping agent. That make sure that the invoice have to declare a lower value of goods, so that you still have to pay some taxes, but at least it's not significantly. Because if the manufacturers reduce most of their profit out of just on paper, they remove their profit number, it's gonna be a really good invoice for you to use for like custom. Does that make sense? Let's say right now, cost of product for manufacturers to make it like $5, but then they added their profit, their warehouse, their employees, their logo, the design, so that could eventually add up to, let's say, $15.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. So
that's what I was hosted in last class. Were you took?
So I have a quick question. Is like if my supplier able to like declare the goods lower in a lower value, so how do they submit that invoice? Like do I supposed to keep that invoice and submit to the forwarder?
No, the forwarder would co-working with your manufacturers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And that's what I covered in last class on Saturday. Did you attend that class?
Oh, I didn't attend that, but I did watch the recordings on the shippable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's important. That's what helps you reduce it. Yeah.
Oh, and then you mentioned like the bonded warehouse, and you also mentioned that there's a few bonded warehouse that you might or the Shifu might knows about.
Yeah, we're gonna give you some contact, but for now, the main thing is you don't have a lot of inventory. You only order a few hundred, right?
It's about 700.
I would recommend only ship slowly and store it at your supplier warehouse so that you don't have to pay, because at your supplier warehouse it's free almost right now. They're willing to work it out.
Oh, okay.
So why just shipping everything in to bottom warehouse, because you gotta pay American price, like some, because they know that the demand is there, so they're willing
Oh,
to
I see.
increase the price.
Yeah, I also asked my forwarder if they can split not invoice, but split the shipment into like less value, multiple small shipment, but they couldn't do it or something like that.
No, the goal here is about how to declare the goods under values. That's the overall.
The value.
That is the overall goal.
Okay,
Okay.
understand. Mhm.
Any question for me?
Do you think how long this tariff situation gonna like bump back and forth between China and US?
We don't know yet. I'm not fortune teller to tell, but like I share with you is the strategy that we gave you would help you reduce the cost of good now a lot, because the manufacturer is going to start removing their profit out of that original invoice. So that invoice is going to be just dedicated to lower the declare values, and you still be able to go through it, because right now, how much is your total? Let's see, you're only 700 units. Remember that you can also increase your price too. It's not that you cannot increase your price. And one last thing that I want to share is, because you buy the product at, let's say, $10. Let's say even right now, when you jacked up the price, we always pump it up to like 3 times. So let's say $40, $50. What is your profit margin right now?
Profit margin is about 40%.
40%, so maybe with the tariff you may have to reduce. It's gonna increase your profit margin down by, let's say, by 10%, but it's still better than doing nothing. So don't look at what I can have to lose, but look at how can I still keep making money, making sales.
Yeah, understand. Yeah, the only thing I'm just worried is how long until I can ship it out.
You can still ship it out like I share with you. You just have to reduce the declare values. So work with them, declare the lower values, and you can use just work directly with your manufacturer. And then we also have Macy. You work with Macy or just directly to your manufacturer?
I work directly with manufacturers.
Yeah, so
but
most of them, they may not have the tips. That's why we have Macy. Just talk to her and see if she can help providing to you.
Okay.
Some of the connection that we have.
Okay.
We have connection, and they know the way, because the supplier job is just to supply the product to you. They might not know the workaround compared to someone who work from multiple, let's say, offer.
Oh, okay, I understand. I think that's pretty much clear. I'll try to contact the suppliers later today, asking them about the declared goods. And then I need your expertise in credit card, the balance transfer.
Yeah, how can I?
Yeah, because I already have the business credit card with Amex.
Will be responsible for your success, because by now you already know how to make money on Amazon. You already profit on Amazon, right? So it's just like learning how to drive a car. And really now it just comes down to how can I do more drug description picking? How can I take more orders? Same on Amazon. How can I do more? Practice more. And yes, there is a lot of turbulence right now with tariff, but remember, I've been through and I already shared with you the exact step to reduce the tariff tax significantly using the strategy that I just shared with you, which is make sure that you're working with your manufacturer to work on the invoice to declare the cost of goods down as much as possible and remove any unrelated, like any services related, only like parts that should be declared as goods, value goods. And that would allow you to continuously bring product to Amazon and sell it. Many people, they think about, oh, tariff is too high, but you guys are buying the product from China at the rock bottom price, let's say $10. Even with tariff 100%, let's say you're gonna pay $20, right? But if you were to declare the goods by half of what it actually costs on paper, you're only gonna pay, let's say, additional $5 more. But keep in mind, you are moving like small units, and on top of it, you are selling the product for 3-time markup. So one way or another, you just have to find a way to optimize other costs. Let's say my marketing cost right now, let me try and optimize it by 10% less than what it is now. Let me do more organic content marketing. That would eventually help you even out the tariff. But in the end, you are still making sales on Amazon, building that reputation, getting as much review as possible, because that considered as an asset that you can sell for a big payout as a brand. And on top of it, tariff would not stay here forever. Yes, there right now it might be high, but any tension eventually gonna de-escalate. Both of them gonna come to our term, and by that time, now you already have enough reviews, enough sale velocity, and you already learned the game compared to someone who are cold feet into starting, and they always sit on the side like waiting for action taker like us. I wasn't cold feet in 2018. I almost, but I wasn't, because I know that right now you're in the same situation if you don't take action. And as you share, your job wasn't a guarantee. That means something action need to be taken. And learn the skill, the same skill that you learn right now. Beside your job, you can also work as a PPC specialist. That job right now is at least $100 to $200 per hour. Whatever you learn now, you can apply and sell, even sell that service as an additional income stream on top of whatever you make right now at your 9-to-5 jobs, and to have some additional money for your Amazon startup, you know? Always find blessing in any negative situation. There's way to make money.
Right. Thank you.
So your action item is perhaps going upward, because right now, as you share with me that your job is kind of unstable right now, you never know when things could happen. So perhaps right now is a good time to try out another service, like providing your service upon the knowledge that you learn from us, the same knowledge that you learn from us that help us build $1 million company or 100,000. Right now you're already selling $16,000 worth of goods already. It's already proven. You already profit. Maybe advertising that service and start making additional $300 a month for now, but it's gonna add up over time as you start practicing and using your Amazon business as a way to practice that skill.
Okay.
And it's fun.
Sweet. I'll go ahead and try that now.
It never hurt to try. All right, was it helpful based on what I shared?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. Yeah, so is it possible if we could do a quick interviews with the mission is to help inspire people that Amazon is not scary, as well as inspire people to take action, follow their dream before the 9-to-5 job fire them away. Because right now we never know what happened. And you know, you're in some group and you see, right? Everything just get more scary. So is that cool?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, brother. It's good to have you here. And I'm gonna use just a letter just so that we can address you, okay? And what is your motivation when it's come to starting your business?
the motivation is just to bring back my time, because I understand that being spend so much time on your work, and then this and myself not even have my time for myself, and also my family. It's not really a healthy way. That's what I'm seeing for my life. And a lot of time, like really want to go back to my country to visit my family, uncles, but I couldn't have time for that too. So I'm trying to buy back more time, actually.
I see. And why Amazon instead of other opportunity out there?
What I can see is like there are a lot of side. Like when I first researching to have a side income hustle or like side income for business, there's a lot of side hustle that you have to like actually physically involve, like cutting grass, or like you do go out refurnishing the furniture or reselling furniture and stuff like that. It's a lot of physical involved, but that's when I'm seeing that Amazon is like online business. So I see that I can just like staying home, spend more time at home, and actually doesn't require any physical work. And another thing is like if business working really well, then this money will come as like a passive income, more likely less in physical involved.
I see. And have you considered other side hustle? I know that you not consider other side hustle except Amazon because of the autonomous that is, but what keep you from doing Amazon for a while?
I think it's kind of fun, to be honest. It's kind of fun. Even though there's a lot of works you have to do, but within this community, everyone was like so helpful, and especially the CSM coach and the Sifu, they do lay out like a program that you have to follow step by step. So by breaking down the step like that, it's easier to follow and commit to it. Because like originally before I go into this business, Amazon business, I try to do retail selling and stuff. I do also bought different programs, but there wasn't much of the guidance like from this community nowadays. So that's what keep me going, actually. And then the community members too, I think that they do posting their wins, and they see that they was working step by step every time, and I can see that they working toward their goals and it succeeds. So I mean, it's exciting and motivating myself on that too.
Absolutely, that's fun. And for you, after you start selling on Amazon, after you start seeing the success effort, so how do you feel?
It was after I see that is the product start making a little bit profit. I see I tell myself, this is gonna work. This definitely work. I was so happy on that at that moment when I found out my products was working, because I spent so much time on researching on this product, because there's a lot of problem when from the moment I found it until I bring it to the market, it took me at least a year and a half. So there was a lot of obstacle problem was during that time. But so seeing that it bring in profit, seeing that is succeed, go to launch, it just bring a lot of happiness. It feel nice.
Awesome. And I would love to dive into your journey. So when did you start the program?
I started program back in, I think, early November of 2023.
And how long did it? I know that you have some pauses with family and personal, right? So when do you officially start, let's say, product research?
No, actually, I officially started in November 2023. But then when I found the products, it took me, I think, 3 to 4 months. I think it's 5 months. 6 months to found the products that has a green line. But when I found the products, my account got deactivated. So it took me another 3 months to work on it. And after just 9 months in total, and then from then it took me another 6 months to get it, everything finalized, like brand registry, trademark, deal with supplier again because of the so much time has been passed. And so I officially launched on January 6th, on January 7th.
Awesome. In the time when it was product research, it took you about 4 to 5 months. Do you identify what are the things that you're taking you that long to find the product, considering some other people might take shorter time than you? Were you working a lot during that time, or what's going on?
Yeah, one thing I identify is the time. I couldn't able to put more time into it, so I was only able to do 1 hour a day. But that 1 hour a day actually could not really efficiently to looking into the product research. And I also didn't try a lot of other methods. And I think after two months or 3 months, I was able to improve my craft in, I guess, like product research. I was able to go through a list way much quicker and faster. I think that's how to identify which one is a good products. And sometimes I overthink. I try overthink and try to analyze the products too much. It didn't actually waste time on finding the right one.
Awesome. And if you were to do product research again now, upon learning and really putting the time, focus, and dedicated time and the energy to it, how would you think that you can find products faster now?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah, it will be so much faster in this time. And also there's more way to look for product research right now. So I think this will be quicker, way much quicker.
Awesome. So I would say, let's say if you were to remove, so for you, how much was your capital on the first batch?
The first batch, the capital is about $6,000.
$6,000. And how much was it going to the inventory? Can you share with us a breakdown?
Oh, wait, I think it's a little bit more. 6,000. I think about 9,000 something. Yeah, actually 9,000 something for total of the investment for the first batch. So going to inventory for the first batch is about 6,000, and then I spent 1,500 on the trademark applications, and another 1,500 on the product listing. And then there also a few more miscellaneous fee like software and things like that. So that add up to around almost 10,000.
Awesome. So right now, after that investment, how much have you generated for your sales?
So for the first batch, the sale is about 17,000.
17,000. And are you already sold out on your first batch?
Yes, it's sold out.
Okay, so right now you're waiting for the second batch, right?
Yes.
And on the first batch of product, how much was your profit?
The profit on the first batch is about 1,200, let's say.
Awesome. And how do you feel about knowing that now you're able to make that money right from your home with your phones and clicking a few buttons?
It's nice. Like every day I check the Seller Central, I see the order coming in. And then it's just nice. Like whenever I'm not even doing anything, not much at all. And there's just orders that's coming days, nights, regardless of time. It feels surreal, but it's nice.
Awesome. And for you, do you remember the first day when you first launched? How was that feeling? Were you nervous? Can you share with us?
Yeah, the first day was actually scary because like I didn't know it's gonna sell or not. Because a lot of like time, even the Shifu mentions that it will take a few weeks for everything to work out. And also along with the high A cost to PPC. So it may take some time for it. I think, it was pretty scary in the first couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. And when that scary moment stopped?
The scary moment starts when I see that the strategy on PPC is working. I can see that the order is constantly coming and the PPC cost is going down. That's when I know for sure that, I think this my order might generate some profit. But if it's going with that directions and with the goal I set on the PPC, and I should be able to get some profit on the first batch.
Absolutely. And that is a very common nervousness at first, just like how we drive a car as first. And eventually, as we start to learn how to drive a car, things become a lot easier. And the excitement came in, right? Do you remember your first sales? Share with us that moment.
First sale, the first sale actually on 2 days later, I think. 2 days later. It was, it came in actually in the morning. That's what I remember. In the morning, that's what the first sale. Like, oh wow, finally got a sale. And then later on, there's actually few more order coming in. I was like, oh wow. It's like that day I was so happy. And so I want to share with my brothers on that. And he was like, oh, congratulations on that. Yeah, it was nice.
Awesome. And what about the feeling when you wake up and knowing that you make money while you sleep?
I think it's feel nice. Yeah, it feels nice because it feels nice, but in the same time, I'm still a little bit nervous about the business. So when I get the order, it feels great. But if I didn't see any order coming, I start like a little bit nervous.
Don't worry. And I'm glad that you're able to start seeing the fruit of your work, because many people they get discouraged. They just beating themselves down mentally. But really the reality of selling on Amazon is not too complicated if you were to look at it in a different way, as offering something that give value to people, make people's life better, and your products stand out and the sales coming in. And because you go in with how many units that you order at first?
At first, it's 300 units.
Yeah, and it's not like big of units, and that's allowing you to learn the skill. And remember, as we always set the expectation is learn the skill first, and in our mentorship program we guarantee to support you to make your first $10,000, which you exceed already to 16,000. And right now, just like you learn a car, how to drive a car, you already have an instructor show you how to drive a car so many times, and now you're able to get on the car yourself. And you might or might not need the instructor, but you have to keep driving. You have to keep driving, have to hit a couple roadblock, hiccup, bums, but overall you get good at it. Remember, nervous come when we're not practice enough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm happy to hear that. And how about did you share this news with any of your girlfriend, something like that?
Yeah, I shared with her. Yeah, of course. Yeah, when I told her, she said, "Oh, finally, you make some money." And then she asked me, "When can you buy me a house?" Then I told her, "Soon enough, there'll be a time."
Yeah, if you never give up, it would happen. And you can borrow loans against your business, and you can use it as a down payment for your house as a business, like under the business too. Okay.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. And so I have a few last questions I would love to ask you is, how did you know about our Shifu mentorship program?
I know about this program actually from Ming, the CSM. Yeah, he was an acquaintance that I know for a while. And then when I see when he started like posting about before, I didn't know what was it in the beginning. And then but later on when I see he posting more about, and then when he actually got his first launch success, I think that I know that that's about Amazon program. I know Ming is a good guy, and that's why I reached out to him, asking him more about programs before I decided to join.
Happy to hear that. And what did you find valuable about the Shifu mentorship program?
The valuable is the bonds, actually. The bond is in the communities. It is noble. Yeah, it's just like everyone is very kind and really helpful. You can ask a question on the community, and everyone's to try to help you on that. And even if they have any information, they will post on there for you. And then the CSM, they regularly check up with you to see if you are on the progress or any problem that need help with. And I think that is really very kind, because I know there's a lot of students in the program, but for them to spend time and then checking out everyone, seeing one of them, it's really lovely. Yeah.
Awesome. And how what do you think about having a mentor? Do you think it helped you tremendously on this journey?
Yeah, having a mentor is the key. I think it's the key to the success, because the mentor, they already been there, done that, already go through all the trouble, all the ordeal, and now they just like show you the rope and tell you what mistake and we need to avoid. How do we help us like reach the goal way much faster? Yeah, I think with our mentor in this program, it not even like a year and a half, maybe it would take me like 3-4 years to even launch it. And not mentioning about the cost, I may be spending way more than what I'm doing right now to be able to launch the product.
Mm-hmm. I'm good to hear that. And let's say right now, if there's someone right out there who may be wanting to start a business, but they are always afraid of the unknown, what would you be telling them?
I would tell them, try it out. Yeah, try it out and see if they like it. Because getting a cold feet is common, and it's not something abnormal. But you won't know until you try it and see how it works. And there's fun in it too as well. You can always make money, but you can't always make more times, especially for your family.
Good to hear that. And if you were to start your Amazon journey again, would you still consider Shifu mentorship program?
Yes, definitely. Without Shifu program or community, I wouldn't able to be here or reach the goal I set.
Awesome. And can you share with us a little bit about the courses that you purchased before, so we know about like your journey? So you bought some courses before, right?
Yeah, I bought some course before. I think it cost about 3,000.
Wow.
But it's more about not about private label. It's more about retail arbitrage and online arbitrage. So for that model business, I actually have to go out to every store, and scanning the products, and one by one, like it's like a 9-to-5 job, basically.
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. It's just like after a week, I just like, oh my God, I already worked so much, and now I have to go to a store, walking and scanning every single product. It's just, it's not for me.
And after you done retail arbitrage and private label, right now, if let's say someone who is like in the same shoe as you, do you recommend them private label since you already trying it?
Yeah, I definitely, if they have a good enough reserve, I guess like money, then I would suggest them to go with private label, because because private label offer more potential than retail arbitrage.
Mm-hmm.
You can scaling not only to American Amazon, but to another country Amazon as well, like Canada or Mexico, the closest one to us right now. Mm-hmm. So it's very scalable business being a private label.
Absolutely. And lastly is how many hours that you spend right now managing your store per day?
So
And
right
like
now
per week?
Generally I do 1 hour every day for business. After I launch it, I spend generally 1 hour every day. So that's approximately about 7 to 10 hours per week
And what do
for
you
the
spend? Like what do you do within that 1 hour for now considering?
within an hour. I working on the PPC, keep track of the PPC, and also working with the reply to any concern or questions from customer.
Well, awesome. Well, I'm really happy and congratulations to you to be able to learn how to build your own brand. And right now, the goal for you, as always, is practice it. Just like learning how to drive a car. Get good at it and always planning out your roadmap. And eventually, you will be able to sell your business as cash flow business on Empire Flipper. And set goal for the next 2 years. Focus on building this thing. I promise you, it's going to be the most scalable thing that you can ever done, and it's going to gain back you more time freedom. Okay. So congratulations again, Lynn, and thank you so much for taking your time to share with us your journey. And
Thank you, Justin.
absolutely. And you have any final words for Shifu family? Let's say Shifu Chung or like the community, the Shifu family here, maybe watching in your journey to. They might get discouraged from time to time due to family, but what would be the word to help encourage them to not give up? Because I know all of us here have family responsibility. Just like you have a lot of 9 to 5 responsibility, and some it take you longer, but you don't give up. So what would you tell them?
I would tell them that just do it. I guess like every time I feel tired, I just tell myself, just do it a little bit and then you can rest. That's what I've been telling myself. Just push a little bit more and take one step slowly.
Awesome. 1% more every day.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, brother. And I hope you have a wonderful evening. And again, 1% better every single day. And a year, 2 years from now, I promise you, you will be way far than most people who give up early. Never give up, and you already see the money. Your tree now is already fruitation already. So continue to produce, double down, okay? And the sky's the limit. And that's why we're here at Shifu University. Thank you so much, brother, and have a peaceful day.
Thank you, Justin, brother.
Bye
Cheers.
for now.